I do all that now?
No, I'll do it.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. So my name is Anne Dunleavy, and I'm going to be, my name is Anne Dunleavy, and I am white, and I'm going to be interviewing a woman of African American descent. Her age range is 46, gender female, education is a master's of education, right?
Yes.
And her occupation is principal of my school.
Yes.
Thank you very much for doing
You're
this.
welcome, Anne. Thank you for asking me.
Okay, so first question. Please describe the most important values and beliefs of your culture.
Okay, so important values. Well, it's, as an African American, we believe highly in the value of family. Family is very important to us because it's just the foundation for everything that we're rooted in, just with any other culture, I believe. And then education. Education is very important to African Americans because we believe that with education, it will get you wherever you need to go. That's highly believed. That was a big belief in my family growing up, that education was key and that you needed to do that. As far as beliefs, we have beliefs that are just like any other culture. We believe in our holidays. We have various religious beliefs, but Christianity is one of our strong beliefs. Really believe in the higher being of God. So those are our three beliefs: family, God, education.
Okay.
Those are our three big beliefs, I believe.
That sounds good. Please describe important cultural events, celebrations, and practices in your culture.
So one in particular is Juneteenth.
Okay.
And June 19th is a holiday that African Americans celebrate in Texas, definitely in Texas, because Juneteenth was when the slaves in Galveston received word that we were free. And so Juneteenth is celebrated in Texas with parades and speakers and things of that nature. I know they had a big parade here in Houston. I didn't attend. My sister went, and she told me all about it. It was great. The mayor, who's African American, was a speaker, Mayor Sylvester Turner. So Juneteenth is definitely one of our cultural events. Another cultural event is Black History Month. In February, it's set aside. It's a national holiday for Black history to be celebrated during the month of February. So in our home, we take our children to various museums. We look at different videos, films, read books about predominant African Americans and their contribution to our culture in the way of inventors, educators, just all the things that we can expose our children to. We also have some people in our culture celebrate Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is a form of celebration for Christmas. My family doesn't celebrate Kwanzaa, but we're familiar with the practices and the beliefs of Kwanzaa. Martin Luther King's birthday is a big one for us. So we celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday in January. We believe in service for the month of January. It's not a day off, even though it's the third Monday of the month we're off. But for our culture, it's not a day off, it's a day on. And we try to promote and display acts of kindness and service to honor Dr. Martin Luther King's memory.
Great. So what are some reading materials, films, or videos that can help us learn about your culture?
Let's see. There's so many out there. Let's see. I can't really think of any one off the top of my head. I will be honest. The first video or film that came to my mind when I, coming into adulthood, learned the different beliefs and understandings of the different races was Spike Lee's, I can't think of the name of it. It was a Spike Lee movie. A lot of Spike Lee movies have overtones of race, identity, culture, getting along with other cultures. So I would say these videos, Do the Right Thing.
Right.
The video.
Yes. I've seen some of his movies as well.
And various songs, we listen to rhythm and blues at our house and R&B and mixtures of rap. And so a lot of songs from my parents, growing up to our current times, have a lot of overtones of learning about the culture and things that African Americans deal with on a daily basis, around the world. And so there are some reading materials that are also good. I remember growing up reading poetry from Langston Hughes, reading books from, I can't think of his, I don't want to say Alec Baldwin, that's not his name, James Baldwin. That was also a very good book to read. I can't remember his title, something about the something of Negro. And reading that in college just kind of opened my eyes. I also read a lot of Malcolm X writings and his publishing, and a lot of Martin Luther King's writing and publishing. Just to know, for me, those types of genre and those type of historical fiction and a lot of those readings helped me understand how things were changed, how the ways changed more, even me to be here speaking to you today.
So then, how do you think others outside your culture view your culture?
That's hard to say. That's hard to say.
Well, we can just go with your experience.
Sure. In times that we're living in right now, and even growing up as a young African American female, I would say a lot of times some cultures may view the African American culture as aggressive or loud or lazy or shiftless or wanting handouts, but that's not always true. Those are some of the stereotypes that I think that the African American race faces on a daily basis. And so I'll just say that for me and for my children and my husband, we try to impart on our children that it takes we always try to teach them you just can't, it's not good enough just to pass, or it's not okay to be 100, you have to be 110. And you'll hear that in a lot of African American families, that it's not good enough just to meet the standard. You have to go above and beyond, just because of just trying to squash or go against what most cultures may think of African Americans, that we look for handouts, or we need a certain quota in order to get a job or to get into school. So it's not okay just to make A, B honor roll. We look for them to make all A honor roll, just to be better than what's expected. And so that's kind of what inside of our culture, that's kind of a non-spoken rule, that you have to be 110%. That as an African American woman, we're viewed as aggressive when we make a decision, or we're viewed as loud when someone else could be just as loud. So we have to always be conscious of how we speak to people or how we come across, a lot of us, because we're viewed differently, and we're not seen as demure or mild-mannered as someone else. So, thank you.
So what are your fondest memories that you have from your childhood?
Playing school. Like I said, my family growing up there were big components on education. I come from a long line of educators, and so I guess I just knew growing up, reading was my absolute favorite thing to do. My mom worked at Stephen F. Austin State University at the library, and so she was a circulation supervisor, was the job title at that time. And so I just remember as a child always having a book bag, always having books in my bag, reading books from Beverly Cleary and Judy Blume and those type of writers, and just immersing myself in literature and reading and being a vocabulary, just soaking up words and spelling, and always wanting to write. And then playing school. I have fondest memories of family and my dad going fishing on Saturday mornings and coming home, and my mom, and my grandmother and aunts would all be there ready for the fish fry. And the fish fry just included the whole neighborhood and friends. It wasn't just the four of us in immediate family. It became an event of all the fish and hush puppies and salad and just a good time with family and friends growing up. So education, family, friends, and just the upper middle class enjoyments of life. So those are my fondest memories.
Have you ever experienced prejudice or discrimination?
I can't say for sure that I have. I think being an educator has lended itself not to necessarily experience that. Outside of the world of education, maybe I have. I cannot really say. I thought about that question for a long time. I have not experienced prejudice or discrimination. I can't say that I have. Now, I come from a small town in East Texas, and it's not the best place, I don't think, to be someone who wants to up and coming, who wants to do better, someone who wants to do better in life. I see a lot of injustices there, which probably is the reason why I left, to get into a bigger city where there's more opportunity. So I'm pretty sure growing up in a small East Texas town, I'm sure I could have experienced it and just didn't. I was kind of sheltered in that way. But again, I think being in education, making sure when you, going back to the question of what others outside of the culture view, knowing that my mom, probably knowing things and trying to protect, she always made sure that we follow the rules and we followed the status quo. Don't go outside necessarily the box. And that's probably why I'm so structured in my thinking and the rearing of my own children, because anything outside the box, you get in trouble. And so that's probably why I was shielded from a lot of prejudice and discrimination, because growing up, I knew that I needed to stay, follow the rules, and you'll be fine. And that should be for any culture. But for African American culture, I think because it can be easily misconstrued that you're doing something not okay, or someone else of a not of a particular race may it be okay for them, but may not be for you. And so to protect us from prejudice and discrimination, we were taught to stay in the lines and to make sure you follow the rules and that you don't and you just work hard and that you get education. So I don't think I've ever experienced it, but I was probably protected from it.
Given what's happened in recent events, what do you think can be done about prejudice and discrimination in your opinion?
Education. I
Mhm.
think there just has to be conversation and understanding. Unfortunately, I think our current government leaders, and particularly our president, he espouses, um, he does not open himself up for understanding. I just don't think that. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not saying it as eloquently as I probably could say it. I don't get into the political realm of it all, but just listening to his speeches and looking at the people who come and support him, I don't think that's helping the conversation of prejudice and discrimination and lack of understanding. I think it's inciting it. I think it's fueling the flames of all of this. Um, Prejudice and discrimination or racism has always been there. It may not have been as prominent as it is now, but it's always been there. So, not that I am marching or have a banner out, but for me, in my own home, in the place that I work and have children and responsible for them every day, it has to be education. It has to be conversation. It has to be walking that daily life of let me show you who I am and let me kind of dispel who you may think that we are. And then teaching children that are here who are African American or any race, Hispanic, any race, that if you do the right thing and you follow the rules and respectful, showing respect and kindness and following and the golden rule, treating others how you want to be treated, I think that helps just knowing people's character and who they are as people beyond anything else. I think if you show good character and you're kind and you're respectful and you work hard, I think that dispels a lot of it. Because a lot of times making poor choices can lead to someone thinking that you are a certain way. But that's a choice, not necessarily your lifestyle. So it's just a matter of conversation. Um, Things that have happened in recent events. I think it's just horrible what's happening at the borders. I think it's horrible with immigration. I understand illegal immigration. We want people to be here who are here and have a right to be here illegally. But at the same time, I think that what's happening now can be handled differently. I often think, how would you handle that? You know, what would you do? I definitely would never separate families. Because I believe in family. And just have conversations. You have to, when you're representing, I'm a principal of a school, I'm an African American female, but I have to make sure that I listen to everybody, that I respect all races and cultures that come in the doors of place. And I would like to think that our leaders, I'm a leader of the school, our superintendent is a leader of our district, and he does the same thing. I would love to see this happening at the highest position of our country, and that's our president, and that he and his followers would open up their minds and get to know everybody and visit every culture and get to know not just the ones that support your base.
So what do you think is the biggest misconception about
I think I've spoken on that. Just that, that we shiftless or we want handouts or that we're criminals or that, all of our African American males are, driving illegally or doing something Now, don't get me wrong, there are criminals out there, but there are criminals of all ethnicities. There are people out there who do use handouts, who take handouts and use the government for their benefit. But that's across all cultures, it's across all races and socioeconomic. But I do believe that for our culture, that we are perceived as just lack of education. We don't have education is our priority. I think that's a big misconception that we're looking for handouts, that we're criminals, that we're, just loud or, just things of that nature. But that's really across all lines. It crosses all lines.
As religious, ethnic, and cultural diversity increases in our society, what do you think schools can do better to prepare students to interact with others who are different than themselves?
I love that question. That was my favorite question of the whole interview because that's the business that we're in. We have the No Place for Hate initiative here at Post that we started last year, which is part of the anti-defamation movement. I would like to see more being done with that group. I know we have a multicultural committee. We have the No Place for Hate committee. I would like to see more. It's a little, I wouldn't say difficult. It may be a little more challenging at the elementary level versus the middle and high school, but we can do something. The adults control more of what happens here at our level versus middle and high school. So I would like to see our culture, our committee, work more and do more with that committee as far as educating our children. I'd like to see, I know that most schools have Black History programs, but we don't need to just celebrate Black history. We need to look at our Hispanic history, our Asian American history. And that's why I've always promoted multicultural events. That way you look at the demographics of our school, you see where you can address and bring in speakers or performers or the arts, food, music, different facets of those cultures that we have here at Post, and then you do things to represent them. We did have a multicultural event last year, and it was just a nice springboard into things that can be even greater here at Post, where children are really learning about their culture, not just one event. I'd like for every single month we talk about a different culture, or we read something on announcements, or even more into our lessons. I think that in order for our teachers to be more developed and more skilled into this, it needs to be embedded into their lessons. It can come out in a read aloud. It can be talked about when you're in math and you talk about maybe how an African American or some inventor of another culture has helped with math. I know George Washington Carver was one that we spoke about a lot when I was growing up. And so with him being a scientist or an inventor, talk more about that and showcase more multicultural, more diverse inventors and leaders embedded in the culture. It's up to us as educators. We're in the best profession. We're the best place that we could possibly be in order to increase the knowledge in our society. It starts with our children. And it's up to us. I think as educators, we are held to a high responsibility of making sure our children have that understanding. We cannot necessarily change the minds of adults, but we can certainly influence and try to impart knowledge on our children to get along and to understand culture and understand differences, because we're not all the same. We were all created different. And so we have to understand that, but at the end of the day, we all believe the same, we all love the same, and it's a matter of teaching our children that same knowledge.
Thank you very much for all of your input. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.